Welcome to Ranger Things. We're recording on Monday, June 15th, 2026. I'm Carlo Montagnino, and I'm joined by Brendan Lyons.
Hey, Carlo.
And Dave Pacheco.
Yo, remember the crazy guys that used to be in the Staten Island Ferry?
Yes.
Shout out.
Visit patreon.com/Ranger Things Podcast or RangerThingsPodcast.com to join the Wolf Pack. Follow us on Twitter, Ranger Things 23. Why did this change in my notes? Stupid AI. We're available on your favorite podcast service, and please rate and review the show. Let's get into it. My notes are screwed up, guys, because I had AI automate my notes for the week.
You fool! You never trust the machines.
No, it's great because I know what we could talk about without having to actually pay attention. But it reformatted my Google Doc.
Sick.
No good.
That's smart.
I'm gonna have to kill the machines.
Well, let's fire off the top. I mean, the New York Knickerbockers, world champs.
You know what? It's funny because that is what AI has top of the list. So maybe AI is not all that bad.
Champions of the world.
You know, I was really pumped watching this. And it's the last of the major sports I need to see New York win a championship in.
Yeah.
So my lifetime quadrifecta is complete. I will.
Well, except the Jets. The Jets are never going to.
Well, no. That we've won a football championship twice, as in my lifetime. The Giants. I say we. I mean New York.
Oh, so you don't mean our personal fandoms?
No, not our personal fans.
Then yes, we've all hit the quad.
We've all done it. We can all ascend from the disc now.
It's meaningless for those of us who are not Yankees or Giants fans.
Yeah, well, I guess as they say, get good. No, but seriously, the Knicks, what an awesome series.
Just legendary playoff.
Yeah.
It was, the game 5 was awesome. Knicks had the number 1, 3, and 5th biggest comebacks in the NBA Finals in one series.
Yeah,
incredible.
You
know what I think happened? So, Dolan habitually can lampoon shit, and I don't know if this is there's a bigger overarching conspiracy behind it of why you would kill the entire vibe for game 3 by inviting a fucking another pedophile to the Garden. But that completely could you imagine if he never did that? If that never happened, it would have been 15 wins in a row.
Listen.
And a world championship for the first time in 53 years.
That if they would have won game 3, that would have been sick.
Right, but having the fucking air punched out of your tires days before.
I don't know if that's. I think the crowd. It affected the crowd more than the team.
I don't know. Nobody from the team is going to the White House.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
No, it does because originally Josh Hart said he wasn't going to play if the president came through. Obviously, he did.
That would be the dumbest thing he possibly.
Well, right from already being up 2-0 in a final series and then losing the championship, but I understand where your beliefs and your moral compass when that intersects with a rabid fandom, a 53-year drought, and millions of dollars. It's really hard to to reconcile that.
So
go ahead, brother.
I was just going to jump in and say I do think that game 3 was a vibe killer. Obviously, we don't like the president, and he got booed. But what I saw was a very smart man in Adam Silver cashing in on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Mm-hmm. This is a game that the Knicks can lose due to the most abysmal officiating in the history of the sport. And every single Knicks fan will only be mad at Donald Trump. Because it was the refs.
So you're saying it was a
the ref.
conspiracy?
Because it was a conspiracy for sure.
Silver is Nosferatu. Like we know.
He looks like the bad, not the bad, the older vampire from What We Do in the Shadows, the one that was like really vampiric looking, you know.
The one that tried to eat pizza and threw up all over the place.
Yes, yeah.
Did you see the deep look of disappointment in his eyes when he had to hand over the trophy to us? He was upset.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, did you see it? You got that shot like where he turns around?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell whether he was. I couldn't tell what emotions he had. His eyes are so deep set. He's so pale. He truly does look like Nosferatu. And
then
he had to turn immediately.
Bad?
He was gonna bite Jalen Brunson's neck. If you saw it, he was like so close. He was like, "Oh my god!" And he had to turn away because he knew this handler had a little meat sack for him to drain behind the scenes.
Then he screamed "bat" and disappeared.
But I think, Brendan, you're right. It's first of all, I'll say Trump being at Game 3 was a vibe killer for the crowd. If that bled into the game, sure. But Game 3 was the epitome of ref ball in a series. That was the epitome of ref ball.
Yeah.
They couldn't. That's how incompetent San Antonio is. That they couldn't get out of their own way. Like they lost the game. They lost the series based on mostly on their mistakes. And
yes,
the refs were doing everything but erasing the score from the scoreboard.
Right, like, and it just goes to show you the immaturity, inexperience. You know, they're a very young team, very young, inexperienced team. There was no true leader except for Cornette, who was the only one to stay on the court to shake hands. But that's nothing new in the NBA, apparently.
I'm going to add something to immature and inexperienced. I'm going to add arrogance to the list of things about this team. There is an arrogance that they have not even come close to earning. Right. Specifically, Victim Wembanyama. He speaks as if he is a proven winner when all he has ever done is lose. He has lost at every level. Every time this guy takes the floor in a big moment, he loses.
Yeah. I mean,
U17 lost. Mm-hmm. The Olympics lost. The NBA Cup lost. The NBA Finals got clapped by the team by the team that everyone says was fought their way through the East just for second place. Absolutely clapped them in a gentleman's sweep. That would have been a sweep, an embarrassing sweep, if the refs didn't interfere with the series.
But it's also like it's the same game that they lost is the same game they won 26 years ago in the finals. It's the same final score. Both team, the other team, winning, not on home court, I guess. It's just there's a lot of storyline parody to it now, which this is actually like kind of disgusting. Like when the Rangers won in '94 on June 14th, it was my mother's birthday, and it was 54 years, right? Mm-hmm. And the Knicks won 53 years, and the day before my mother's birthday this year. Like it was just so odd, and like it's like, is that the only time we're ever gonna see the Knicks and the Rangers ever win it is in 54, 53 year fucking gaps? Because I'm pretty sure it might.
Well, no, Dave.
If Sam
Go ahead,
Rosen
Carlo.
is like Nosferatu's brother, then yes, I think that might be true.
No, Carlos, say what you were going to say. Dave, I understand your fear, but I'm going to rebut it after Carlos says what he's got to say.
About Wembanyama. First of all, I don't think all of the Spurs are as bad as Wembanyama is.
No. I've been waiting for this podcast to talk about this thing exactly. Go ahead and finish.
I think that the team, they're a super talented team. They've got a couple boneheads, but for the most part, they just got young kids who just don't really know better. And they're following Wembanyama. He's their captain, and they're just following his lead, whether they should or not. Wembanyama, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I made that clear last week. I made that clear every conversation about him I have. I will say that a lot of the translation issues are there. Like, he's speaking as if he's trying to translate from French into English. And there's a lot of, and that does not jive with American audiences. Like, the way French speakers speak in French is exactly how Wembanyama is speaking English, right? Like, the same word choice and all that stuff. And that's fine if you're in France. It does not play well with America, obviously.
Yeah, idiomatic
expressions. It's very idiomatic. It's a little bit exaggerated. There's a high degree of, some people will call it poetry. I'll call it drama, right? Like, when he was saying we dominated, right? Like, he was like trying to say absolutely more, like he was trying to say it in French, and then he didn't have the word, so he just said he didn't translate it. He just said the English equivalent. He meant what he said, but I think he probably, if he had a better command of his emotions and of English, he would have probably picked a different word. But that doesn't change the fact that he is an incredibly spoiled and entitled baby, who really is just like just a dirty player.
Well, he's definitely a product of the European leagues. There's a lot of dirty fucking play in the European they're Euro trash. I mean, let's just say it. They're all Euro trash, and they're all pretty fucking dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's also the product of two upper middle class aristocrats in France who have been telling him he's a winner and nothing but a winner for his entire life, and have probably been paying people to lose to him. Entire life.
Well, his father was in the French basketball league. His mother was a French basketball coach. Like, he is French basketball royalty. Like, he is. That's fine. So of course he grew up that way. But then he faced, American basketball royalty in the Brunsons, which is funny. I mean, calling them royalty is funny, but now they are. Yeah, but you're right, Brendan.
My wife brought something up interesting. She goes, if they would have held on to CP3, to Chris Paul, he could have provided the leadership, the veteran mentality, the gumption to keep the Spurs team from letting their emotions get the best of them and letting their inexperience, basically over it fucking Achilles them. It really cut them. Like, you wouldn't have had De'Aaron Fox playing minutes. He wouldn't have had maybe such a huge contract where you felt forced to play him. And Chris Paul could have got his championship finally, but it's sour grapes for both of them.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a decent point. And with respect to that opinion, I will say that people are trying so hard to pin this on De'Aaron Fox. People are trying so hard to say anything, but they lost to the Knicks because the Knicks were better.
But Brendan, if De'Aaron Fox, instead of going up for that shot in Game 4, if he just went to the corner and held the ball, the Spurs would have won because the Knicks would have been forced to foul him. Who would have went to the line, would have gotten just say one out of the two, and then that's it. It's a wrap.
Well,
it's a different series.
But Dave, De'Aaron Fox is not a bad basketball player. De'Aaron Fox is a veteran.
No, but
This was a heat
if you
of a
make
moment situation.
bad plays in key situations, yeah, it doesn't matter how good of a player you are. That's what you're going to be known for. You're only as strong as your weakest play, as your weakest link. You know, and
What-
if you make dumb decisions in high stress situations, then that's it. You're done.
I
He
don't
made
know.
a lot of bonehead plays this series.
Yeah, he did, but he's not the only one. He's not the
Didn't
only
say
one.
that, but
They
that's
didn't
one.
lose.
There's at least one victory.
Yeah.
That two losses that they took that can directly be blamed to him and to Wembanyama. If Wembanyama was clutch and he can hit free throws, it's a different series.
They didn't lose. They didn't lose because Fox didn't dribble the clock out. They didn't lose because Wembanyama missed free throws. They lost because their guy isn't a guy. He isn't the guy.
They definitely lost because Darren Fox didn't dribble the ball out.
Dave,
They definitely 100% lost that game
they
because
blew
of
a
him going up for that.
30-point lead. They lost because they blew a 30-point lead.
It doesn't matter how much they blow. If that one play, it only takes one play, and that one play he fucked up.
It could have been any one of the plays in that 30-point comeback, right?
Right.
The last minute play obviously is probably the nail in the coffin.
Just the last 7 seconds.
I mean, both of you guys have good points. I think, Brendan, your point, the spirit of it is that the Knicks beat the Spurs. Not that and the Spurs definitely lost games here. But the Knicks had to make up 3 historic comebacks to do it.
Right.
The Knicks won this series. The Knicks beat the Spurs. And I think anyone outside of New York Knicks fandom needs to realize that. The Knicks were one of the best, most historic playoff teams in NBA history.
Right.
That's not exaggeration. That's fact.
What has CP3 done in his career that would tell us that he would not have been just as shook in that moment as De'Aaron Fox and tried to get an easy 2? Statistically,
because he's been there before. He's been there before numerous times.
Statistically, 9.5 out of 10 guys take what they think is that easy layup. OG Anunoby makes an unreal get back to make that block.
But the thing is, I'm not. First of all, that wasn't a block. He fouled the shit out of him.
No, he didn't. It was ball first, David. It was ball first.
No, it wasn't.
It was ball first. It was ball
It
first.
doesn't matter if it's ball first. The follow through, he fucking maimed him. You have to be objective with that, bro.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not saying the Knicks didn't win. I'm not taking anything away from them. I'm just saying that one game in particular could have shifted the whole dynamic of the series. That one fucking play at the end of the game when it's the most crucial time not to make a fuck up. If he would have dribbled it towards the basket, made a fucking left or right and went to the corner and fucking 8 more time, that's it. They would have been forced to foul him. That's a fact. You don't go for the quote unquote easy bucket because it's not an easy bucket. Because how many times in football have you seen a guy knowing who has the smarts? Oh, it's towards the end of the game. I'm not going to score this touchdown right now. I'm going to kneel on the 1 yard line to run out the play because you're not going to give them a shot. That's the equivalent of him trying to score instead of running out the kneeling on the 1 yard line.
You're not wrong. You're right.
You know what? You know what I think this all boils down to is that the Spurs are not as good as the Knicks.
Correct.
Because the Knicks don't do stupid things like that. They play smart basketball. Also, the Knicks understand that a basketball game is 48 minutes long. And it doesn't matter what the score is at the end of the first or the second or the third. It matters what the score is at the end of the fourth. And I'm going to say one thing about the Spurs, because historically, I really like the Spurs. Really like them. I've always been a fan of the Spurs. The Spurs to me have always been one of the classiest organizations in all American sports.
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing that's ever happened to the Spurs is Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
You know who the face of the Spurs should be? Dylan Harper. Yeah. Not this crybaby French kid. Bro, first of all, he's a dirty basketball player. Objectively, he is a dirty basketball player, right? He's a crybaby. He's a sore loser. And he's their leader. You want to know why? Because Adam Silver has deemed it so. Adam Silver wants this kid to be the face of the league because he's tall. And what we've discovered in this series, he's not much else. He's just tall. There really isn't much left there. He's a really tall 3-and-D guy. That's it. He's not the guy you want with the ball in his hands when it matters.
He's definitely not clutch. No.
Right? And at the end of that game, when Jalen Brunson was walking over to the Spurs bench and some of the Knicks were walking towards the Spurs, there were several members of the Spurs, Vassell, Cornette, a few others, walking towards the Knicks, and then watched Wemby walk off the court and have no choice but to follow their bitch-made leader to the locker room. This guy is bad for the Spurs. He's bad for the league. This is not the kind of guy you want the face of the league to be. He's arrogant. He's selfish. And quite frankly, he's not that good. He's not the phenom I was promised. Is this all the Western Conference had to offer me and my New York Knicks?
Bro, you're getting too braggadocious right now. You're getting too big for your britches.
I'm not getting too braggadocious, Dave. I'm not getting too braggadocious. First of all, this kid, unless he's wide open, way out on the elbow, can't shoot his way out of a paper bag. He's terrible from the mid-range. He's got no shot from the mid-range. Yeah, he's got a good paint game because he's 100 feet tall. And you're not allowed to touch him. It's as simple as that. If I were the Spurs, I'd send his ass back to fucking France and build my team around Stephon Castle, who's a fucking beast.
He's awesome.
Stephon Castle is a beast.
I want a Castle jersey, dude.
I mean, I got the Spurs team. They are fun to watch.
Yeah.
Except for Wembanyama really makes it tough.
It makes it tough. I hate watching this fucking guy play basketball.
The rest of that team, I love that team. I like that team. They're good. Fox is a bonehead, but you need one.
I like them. I like their coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got a bright future. The biggest dead weight on this team is that fucking guy.
I don't agree with that, but I can understand where you're coming from.
Dave, what's today's date? The 16th?
Yeah, the
15th.
June 15th. Mark it. This episode, minute 23:25. He's not going back. That was it. He ain't getting another shot. Next year, they get clapped by a healthy OKC. Clapped. Because you want to know why? Because as long as he's on that team, the ball has to go through Wemby. If he's on that team, he's got to be the star. And he is not a star. He doesn't have the makings to be great in this league.
I disagree, but, that's fine.
All right.
Now, I'll hold on. Because I think when the NBA is extremely unforgiving with its young talent. Right? And I'm not sitting here going to defend Wembanyama. He's a punk. But, you have a 22-year-old kid in the NHL or the NFL or MLB or any other professional sports league. They have a bad series. They have a chip on their shoulder. They kind of have a bad attitude. They're given almost heaven and earth in terms of excuses. Say, he's young. He'll pick it up. He'll figure it out when he matures a little bit. In the NBA, because the majority of NBA players come in so early and so young, they're those players are mature far sooner. And when you do have a player who's 22 and naive and immature and entitled, they're judged against their peers who are like LeBron James went into and I say what you will about him. LeBron James came into the NBA ready to play in the NBA. Yes, he was entitled. Yes, he was a crybaby, and everyone hated his guts for a long time, but he played the NBA game, right? He did it the right way.
He's also a freak of nature.
Wembanyama's a freak of nature.
No, but LeBron's built like a lineman.
Yeah.
LeBron he's an animal.
He's a specimen.
The difference is LeBron James is an athlete and Victor Wembanyama is a tall guy.
No, Victor Wembanyama, listen, for a tall, lanky guy, that guy moves very well. He's got great hands for a guy of his stature.
Yeah.
I think and again, he's the product of French basketball, right? Like his lineage, it's in his blood, very literally, right? He will mature into a better player. He will mature into a better leader. It's unfortunate that he had the biggest stage he'll ever be on expose his naivete, to use a French word.
Yeah. But you know what, Carlo? 3 weeks ago, all I heard was about the emotional intelligence and the monks and the way he speaks about the game so eloquently and how he is wise beyond his years.
Mm-hmm. That's
what happened. What happened to that guy?
That's exactly what I said earlier in the episode. He's translating from French. Americans think that he's poetic and a genius. He's just speaking a different language and trying to translate it. The monks, that sounds like some shit a teenager would do to make you think he's good at basketball. Like he's a dumbass. The guy's a dumbass. Yeah. He's not enlightened. He just is thinking in French and translating. The monk thing, dude, would you not go hang out with the Shaolin monks to be better at your job? Hell yeah.
I'd rather hang out with Tony Shalhoub. It's the OG monk right there.
Okay.
Listen, though.
He's not even.
Look, congratulations to the San Antonio Spurs on a great season. First losers, best losers in the league. Congratulations to them. Let's move on from this fucking French bitch.
But how do you feel about the Carolina Hurricanes being the new Stanley Cup champions?
Wait, hold on. So this is a tough one because much like the Knicks having a historic run to the NBA title, losing only 3 times on their way there, so too were the Carolina Hurricanes. They lost 3 times, all playoffs, and they had a historic run to the Cup. Now, that pains me to admit.
Yeah, it hurts a lot.
You know, I thought it would hurt more. And maybe it's because it happened less than 24 hours after the Knicks won the NBA title that it didn't hurt so bad.
Yeah, probably.
But, you know, I was watching last night's game and Carlo, to your point, I saw a lot of common threads between the Knicks and the Hurricanes. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is when I'm watching the game. So I have been rooting against the Hurricanes all postseason. We all have. We know this, right? But last night I'm watching. It's the first time I actually watched a Hurricane game. Mm-hmm. Right? First hockey game I've watched in a very long time. And they're winning. And I'm looking at the faces of the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm looking at the look of sheer disbelief on the faces of a super team. Mm-hmm. A team that should not exist. That type of roster should not exist. And then I'm looking on the other bench, and I'm seeing guys like Keandre Miller and Seth Jarvis and Nikolai Ehlers. So many guys playing on their let's see if a new environment is a better fit contract. You know what? As much as I dislike the Carolina Hurricanes, boys, they are a lunch pail hockey team. Yeah. And they took it to a team of superstars last night. And I think it might be good for hockey.
That Carolina beat Vegas? Yeah. I think, listen, we all agree Brindamore's a cornball. The Hurricanes are cornballs. But like you said, they have not won me over. I'm not going to become a Hurricanes fan overnight.
No.
But
in a vacuum, though. In a vacuum,
like I mean, they're fucking good. Like this season, in the seasons past, their success was not really warranted. Crappy system, never could get over the hump, choking. That's all there. This season, something happened. Something clicked for them. And they took it to Vegas. Like that series was way less close than it looked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, they took it to everybody. They were good.
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is, guys? I think similar to the Knicks postseason run, the playoffs started and they took a look around and said, no Igor, no Kachuk, no Bobrovsky. We got a window here.
Yeah.
There's a path here. And they capitalized. And that's what good teams do.
Yeah. And they played their best hockey in the Stanley Cup final.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that came out today, at least I saw on Twitter, that they had like a cinder block in the locker room. It's like a 35-pound cinder block. And it would just be every time you leave or come in the locker room, but you pass by it, you got to pick it up. And, because it's a blue collar work ethic, it's a lunch pail team, much to your point, Brendan.
Heave ho.
Yeah, it's a heave ho. You pick up this cinder block and you think about someone who worked really hard to get you where you are. And then you put it down, you go to the locker, go to the shower, whatever.
I kind of love that.
Yeah. You know why Brindamore picked a 35-pound cinder block?
It's the same weight as the Stanley Cup.
It's the same weight as the Stanley Cup. These guys have been training for last night all season. They didn't even know it. That's that might be stupid. No, I don't think so. I think that's the shit that gets in your head because they didn't know that until before that game. That was Brindamore's pre-game speech. You've been lifting this thing up because it's the exact same weight as the Stanley Cup. And that's if you don't go through a wall after finding that out, dude. I mean, like that. I gotta give Brindamore credit, man. He finally put it together. Maybe Keandre Miller was the piece that they were missing. I don't know.
Maybe. And for all the Keandre Miller,
he was the key. He was the missing key.
Yes.
Yes.
For all the key haters out there,
the Hurricanes.
For all the key haters.
He's the key master, and he unlocked.
Who's the gatekeeper?
What's his name? Batman. He unlocked Gary Batman to get the Stanley Cup. If you're a betting man.
Are you done? Are we done with it?
No, I had nothing. There was nothing behind that.
I didn't want to interrupt that bit.
Oh, come on. It's never stopped you before.
That was a solid bit. For all of the Keandre Miller haters in the Ranger verse, come on, guys. Be happy for this guy.
This is coming from the number one person who would just go after the Hurricane fan base and
No.
organization.
I'm talking about the Ranger fans who are pissed that Keandre Miller has won with another team.
Oh,
Just be
that's
happy
just the
for the guy.
racist ones. That was just the racist ones that didn't want him as a Ranger.
And Keandre Miller had a fantastic postseason, and he's had good seasons for us. And look, he was never going to develop into the guy we needed him to be here. It was never going to happen. It wasn't the right fit for him, and that's fine. That's okay. It happens all the time. Just be happy for the fucking guy.
Yeah, it just seems like it happens more often than not to the Rangers. But
But I think that's going to change, Dave. I
Why?
think that's going to change. That brings me back to what you were saying before about this fear you have, the 53 years, the 54 years.
Yeah.
I think that something happened Saturday. Something, a dense fog of despair was lifted on Saturday. The sun peeked through and started to burn away the clouds of New York sports misery on Saturday. I went to the city on Saturday morning before the game. I wanted to go to MSG. I wanted to see the building. I wanted to put my hand on the building like the Wailing Wall.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And when I got there, I was met with a line of maybe 500 people
touching the wall,
waiting to get in, get into the MSG shop.
Wow.
At 10:30 a.m. Saturday morning. Now, we know there's a lot more going on in the city right now than just the Knicks. The World Cup has descended upon us. On this line, I heard no fewer than 15 or 16 different languages being spoken. I was online with people from around the world who all wanted to do the same thing I was doing, and that was plant my feet inside of the world's most famous arena. Boys, I watched people in New York City on a hot Saturday laughing and smiling and strangers talking and hugging. Wow. Guys, I got cursed out by an old homeless lady right before she hit on my wife. New York City is back. It's back, gentlemen. We are again the shining light in the darkness. I have never in my adult life seen New York City the way I saw it Saturday afternoon. And then the Knicks go and win the fucking championship. And here's why I think, the real reason why I think the misery is over, Dave. Because not only did we see it, the world saw it. The world saw New York. And every pro athlete, an aspiring pro athlete, saw New York City and saw what's waiting for them if they win a title here.
Weren't people smashing up school buses and cop cars?
Carlo, yes, that was such
a a school bus to the ground.
Sorry. They weren't smash school bus.
It's still not as bad as when Vancouver lost the Stanley Cup.
Such a small minority of people. Such a small minority.
I know. I'm
stupid shit.
I mean, well, I was watching. They have like the city cams that you can see the stream. Someone made a supercut of like all the different cameras, and by 11:45 p.m., the entire city was like standing room only, packed. All of Midtown, people were shoulder to shoulder. It was incredible. I have not seen anything like that since Ghostbusters 2.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that we always find a way to work Ghostbusters.
It always
to-
comes back to go.
Because
That's the
it is
second Ghostbusters in this episode.
It's the only way. It's the only comparable. The love that the city has.
I think that baseball players and football players and basketball players and hockey players alike are going to look at the footage from Manhattan and Brooklyn and Queens and the Bronx and Staten Island and say, I want to be part of this. I want the streets of Brooklyn flooded with people chanting my name. Why would I want to do this anywhere else? This week, we reminded the country and the world that we come from the greatest fucking city in the history of cities. It's always been us. That's what we reminded the world. I saw droves of people, tourists in Brazil jerseys, chanting MVP, MVP, because pictures of Jalen Brunson were coming up on digital billboards. That's what I saw in Manhattan. We're fucking back. We're back.
This sermon has been brought to you by Bagel Boy and New York Pizza.
Brendan, go ahead, Dave.
No, you're good.
That was beautiful. Well said. I think you're right in many regards. I think, New York, and I hear out here in Cleveland, I always hear, oh, New York, oh, you guys always do well. You always win. And it's not true. And I have to keep reminding them, like, no, New York sports historically sucks. Oh, with the Giants. Yeah, the Giants had a fluky Super Bowl and then another one that was a little less fluky. The Yankees are probably an exception to the rule in any sport ever in the history of sports.
But not for a long time.
Right.
The Knicks have sucked for quite a long time. The Rangers, while having been good-ish recently, have sucked for a long time. New York sports is not as successful as people who are not in New York want to admit. And so, Brendan, I think you're right when athletes can be reminded about the passion that New York sports fans have. Best sports fans in the world. I don't care what the team is in New York. There's no one with more passion than New York sports fans.
Panache.
Yeah, and they see it, and you see to have an excuse to see that passion is great. My fear, Brendan, and it's not to be a pessimist, is that this is only in a special occasion of the Knicks. Right? If the Yankees win, half the city is pissed off because the Mets didn't.
Yeah.
The Giants win, half the city's pissed off because the Jets didn't. The Rangers win, a little bit less than half the city's pissed off because the Islanders didn't. But also,
it's Islanders and Devils, yeah.
And Devils, but it's also you don't have the numbers. You don't even have the numbers of football fans that you do basketball fans. Like when think of the Giants parades. They were not huge. They were big. They were not huge. This Knicks parade on Thursday, we need the National Guard.
Yeah, I'm going.
Like it's gonna be crazy. You're going?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go, but then I was like, I can't really take days off right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'll work overtime. That's what I'm gonna do. Can't wait.
Well, you can kind of like sneak out down there, right?
No, I'm not in Manhattan anymore. That's why. If I was, I would be there. I'd be working. I'd be getting paid to fucking just hang out at the parade and get ossified. Have you guys watched any of the World Cup games?
No, I was gonna watch the USA Paraguay one, but never got around to putting it on.
I'm never gonna watch the USA games, but like, I'm watching all my other ethnically cultural teams that are in my blood system.
Scotland had a big game.
Scotland had a huge game, first time qualifying in like 28
Yeah.
years or something, which is wild. Their jerseys are fucking sick.
Their fans have commandeered the city of Boston.
Bro, rightfully so. Fucking kilts and bagpipes fucking chiming at 6 a.m. It's my peoples right there. But so it was my mother's birthday yesterday, and so we took her to Schnitzel House. Now Schnitzel House used to be on Fifth Avenue, right by the Yemen Cafe. They closed down after my birthday last year at some point, so I guess I ruined that. And then they reopened at sometime this year. Do you know where they reopened, dude?
Where?
Right near your old apartment. Right near it used to be the Casa Pepe on Bay Ridge Ave and Shiza and Ridge or Colonial rather. Colonial and Bay Ridge Ave. It's literally right. It's like a block and a half by your old apartment away. So it used to be Casa Pepe, which is a little Spanish joint.
Yeah. I remember that spot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a block or two over from Owlhead Park. So it's pretty decent size. So we watched a Germany game there. Ripped off 7 goals.
Off of Colonial, right? Just off of Colonial.
Yeah. It was and it was awesome, and they're doing a bunch of the games there. So I think I might have to go back there. I imbibed it a little bit, and me, I don't really drink so much, but I got a little tipsy, which was really nice.
Listen, and I ate.
Yeah, you got to treat yourself. I just drank a beer now. I don't know if you guys noticed. I finished a beer a long while ago.
What was that? I saw you drinking it.
Kogan Fest, Flagship Brewery's fucking German beer, style beer. Absolutely delicious. Rogan beer, whatever that means. Vienna malt and chocolate rye. Fantastic. I've had this since I don't know, probably 8 months ago. Because again, I don't drink. But I think because of the World Cup and all of its festivities, I'm kind of happy that New York sports is done. Hockey is done. We're on the world stage now. We get to talk about that fun stuff. And I don't know. Soccer it's such a fun. You know what? It's less boring than baseball. But you can drink just as much, if not more, during a soccer match than you can during a baseball game.
I think soccer, like football, is no fun to be at the game or watch. But it's fun to it's fun to party around soccer for me. I could get into a watch party for a World Cup game. I could get into a tailgate or something like that. But I'm just never going to enjoy sitting down and watching a soccer game, no matter what
I
the
don't know,
state.
man. They got crazy chants and stuff like that. And actually, since you brought up tailgate, what's fucking bullshit? They're not allowing people to tailgate in MetLife. You're depriving all of these people from around the world of a fucking American tailgate party.
Did you see, to that point, Dave, did you see the fucking video of the two? They're I don't know, late teens, early 20s. They're young kids, and it's in Manhattan. I don't know where they're from, but they're from somewhere in South America. And it's in the background, there's it looks like a fucking war zone. And they're like, this is our first day in America. People having firework fights with each other.
Oh hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Cars and flipping cars.
America is the best, Yeah. I'm Brent. I'm in the same boat as you. I love to go to a bar during a soccer game. I got to be standing up watching it. I got to be slugging beers back watching it. Got to be
much like baseball.
Well, baseball. I can sit down and just drink like this and watch baseball, but
not off.
And not off. You can take a 20-minute nap. But soccer is I like the energy around soccer. People who love soccer, that's a fun vibe to hang around. I'm never going to sit on my couch and watch it. No, I can't
You
do
know,
it.
sometimes I'll watch a soccer game and Carlo's gone. Carlo left.
And what? What would you do when you watch a soccer game?
Sometimes I watch a soccer game and I'll
Oh, I
see.
can't hear you, Brendan. Can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you. You can't hear me?
We seem to have lost audio on both of you.
You hear me now?
Well, I guess it's a one-man show, people,
No,
because they're
no.
completely mute.
Do
Hold
you
on.
hear us?
I hear you.
Do you guys hear me?
I hear you now. Can you hear
Do
me?
you hear me? Yeah, we hear you.
Carlo left and took all of the audio with him.
There's
for
no
a
way
minute
that's
there.
true. You guys definitely.
Well, you're still muted or something,
Me?
Carlo. Yeah, you.
No way.
I hear him.
Yeah, I don't hear him.
Carlo, you really
This-
fucked this whole thing up.
This
bumped my
fucking guy.
hand
How
into
did
the mouse.
he's tech? He's the tech man here.
I hope all of this is recording because this is funny.
Oh, it is. So, Dave, like I was saying, sometimes I'll watch a soccer game.
Dave's
And-
muted right now.
Oh, Jesus. Dave can hear me.
You can't
And
hear me.
I can hear you. I can hear both of you.
Yeah, I hear both of you. It's just
Now I can't hear Dave anymore.
because Dave's
I was
muted. Dave, unmute.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
I've been hearing you.
Can you hear me, Dave?
Yeah, I can hear you. Me and Brendan are good together.
And me and Brendan are good. And I hear you. You're the one that can't hear me. You have the deficiency right now. Translate to Brendan.
So Carlo is saying pretty much Carlos saying that soccer is dumb.
No,
Nobody should watch it.
Jeez.
That's not what I said. I'm gonna kick Dave out and then
Dave left. Dave just walked away, and we're staring at his fucking Mr. Miyagi painting behind him.
First of all, Mr. Miyagi was Korean. This is obviously Japanese.
Mr.
Obviously.
Miyagi was from Okinawa.
From Oakland. Yeah, but he was Korean.
What are you talking?
He was a Korean man. You putting different Asian face on.
I'm not talking about the actor who played
Nope,
Mr.
I
Miyagi.
don't hear Brendan now. Something's afoot. You know what?
No.
I'm gonna leave and come
This
back,
is you,
and
Dave.
we'll
This
see
is
how
your
that works.
problem.
Sorry,
This is
ladies
a
and
Dave
gentlemen.
problem. This guy.
What a revolting development.
This guy, he's just trying to expedite his own leaving of the episode.
He's just trying to fucking run the clock out on us. I
Yeah.
think. And
He's
he's gotta leave.
he's gonna run out to the corner.
I don't want to talk about soccer anymore. I want to say something about the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
I feel like you back?
Can you hear me?
We can't.
You can't hear you now.
He's playing a game.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm sorry.
Well, Dave, while you were gone, we moved on from the World Cup. We're
That's
talking
fine.
about
That's fine. Let's wrap this up.
we're talking about the Knicks again.
All right.
I think that one of the things that make this Knicks team so special for us as New Yorkers and so lovable for us as New Yorkers is that we see a lot of ourselves in them. You know,
Sure.
these guys. You don't, Dave? You don't? Well, let me
Paint the picture for us, please.
let me paint the picture.
Yes, please.
This team features a Puerto Rican from Brooklyn, a Dominican from Piscataway, New Jersey, a kid from New Brunswick, a Polish kid, a Jamaican kid, a Tongolese kid, or Togolese kid, an Irish kid, a Nigerian kid. This team looks like us. None of them considered special in any way until they were together. This team is a perfect representation of New York City. And they're a team that stuck together, and no matter what was thrown at them, just kept going. And what encapsulates the spirit of New York City and New Yorkers than that mindset to just keep pushing, to just keep going.
Dare I
think,
say it? They are a guide map to what humans can be when we all come together.
Dave, I know you're
as
being
one.
a bit satirical, but I think you're right. I
I
think
am
you've
right.
hit it on the head. These guys individually are good, but they're not great. Together, they're great. Together, they're history making great.
Ohana.
You know what I mean? And I think that is what's about them that
About it.
represents us the most as New Yorkers. Individually, maybe we're not that strong, but think about the amount of shit that the average New Yorker has to deal with in their life. Think about the struggle of growing up in that city. Think about the pace and the attitude and the shit that people talk about us and the sports misery and buildings falling on our head and oceans literally rising and wiping people's houses away. We just keep fucking going. And they won because they behaved like us. And that is what's so fucking special about this team.
Well, I will echo the sentiment and agree with you the fact that like they do exemplify or mirror the people of New York. Some guys I work with, a couple Puerto Rican guys I work with, like they were like they went to the parade yesterday, but they're like, fuck, we should have went to the parade in Bushwick because that's where Alvarado was.
Bro,
like, yo, we
Jose
could have hung
Alvarado.
out. Yo,
Bro, that kid is living every one of our dreams.
yeah, absolutely.
The thing is, we are the New York Knicks.
We are the New York Knicks.
I've been saying that to my daughters for 3 weeks straight in their face. We are the New York Knicks. And
you know what, Carlo?
I mean,
you're right.
We are
you're
the
right.
New York Knicks.
You go on social media right now, and there's a ton of tweets and reels and TikToks of people saying things along the lines of, I'm not a Knick fan, I'm a Knick.
Yeah.
Like, we are the Knicks. We, the Knick fans, are the Knicks. They are an extension of us. We are an extension of them. It's so fucking beautiful.
Especially when it goes like, hey, we lost last night, tough game, or we won last night. It's we.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, did you see that interview with Jalen Brunson today, where it was either today or yesterday, where somebody asked him what was like the most impactful moment in the playoffs, and he said it's when Josh Hart missed that layup late in Game 5.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
And was like sitting down and about to beat himself up, and Brunson and Alvarado and OG picked him up, and we're like, we got this. Next fucking play. We got this. Like, what's more fucking New York City than that? You know what I mean, bro? Think about how many times one of us has just been just had the absolute dog shit kicked out of us by life. And you turn to the people around you who the world thinks are the worst people alive. They think we are the worst thing to ever happen to humanity. But every time one of us is in trouble, the rest of us swarm them and lift them up.
Killer bees on the track.
That's what I'm fucking saying. Wu-Tang is the Knicks.
They are.
Anyway, that's my fucking sermon. I'm very moved by this Knick win, boys. I'm very moved by it.
That was a great homily you gave.
That was great.
Love it.
Something special. Something special's happening right now, guys. I feel it. I feel it.
Did you hear that like part of this the Knicks like turnaround is because Dolan has been preoccupied with the whole sphere. Like he's been very standoffish with the Knicks.
Too, yeah.
So when will that translate to the Rangers?
Right now, Dave, Dolan is content. The Knicks won.
I feel like Dolan never really meddles. I mean, firing Gorton and them was meddling. But I think Drury is the problem. I don't think it's Dolan. I think it's Drury.
I'm
That's
starting.
It's a complete 180. We're turning on Drury. This is the day we turn on Drury. 2 days after the Knicks win, it's evident that he's the problem, not Dolan like we thought.
Because you know what? It's not because Dolan sees how you could build a team around a culture, a good culture, and succeed.
The 6-year turnaround for that retool for them. 6 years and they won a championship.
That's a short period of time.
They're saying 2031 we can get a championship? We can get a Stanley Cup?
Not with Chris Drury.
I think if Drury does, to Carlos' point, Dave, if he does what Leon Rose did, and I'm not trying to minimize what Leon Rose did and say it's super easy, and obviously there are constraints in the NHL that the NBA doesn't have, but it's not always about chasing the guy. It's about chasing the right guy.
Right.
So you're saying, let me get this straight. You're saying we need to poach somebody from a Dallas team like a Jason Robertson, bring him up here, build around him,
he's got to leave half his salary on the table, though.
And teammates that he played with in college or the AHL, and then,
Right. But, like, while the entire league is chasing Giannis, we go get Cat.
Mm-hmm.
While the entire league is chasing McDavid in a year, maybe that's not the answer. You know what I mean? Maybe the answer is the 3 or 4 guys who can come and work like dogs for McDavid money. Like combined.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The problem is Drury thinks all those guys are just like idiots. Like they're like face punching grind or 4th line guys, and it's not. We need dogs up and down the lineup.
Right. We've got our as that fucking.
We need whiskey drinkers.
Yeah.
We need
Red Dog drinkers. We need somebody who can still get their hands on Red Dog beer. Get that dog in them.
When I was a little kid, my dad's friend owned a bar and gave me a Red Dog promotional T-shirt. I wore that shit every fucking day, bro. I thought I was the shit in that Red Dog T-shirt.
I was talking
never once have I drank a Red Dog in my life.
Really?
They're butt. They are butt.
Like
I was talking about Red Dog because what was it? We were talking about Killian's Irish Red.
Oh hell yeah!
And I was like, yeah. Irish Reds had a moment for a little bit, but really the OG was Red Dog. And this guy's like, 6 or 7 years younger than me. He's like, I never had a Red Dog before in my life. I'm like, ooh, Red Dog. He didn't even know. He barely knew what it was. He saw the sign. He saw the neon sign because that was the most famous bar sign in the history of bar signs.
All right.
It was pretty bad. All right, what is it? We're an hour in.
Stars of the week.
Dave's got 10 minutes.
He's got 10 minutes before he's a pumpkin. Let's do this. Dave, who is your star of the week?
I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't say anybody else but the Knicks. But I will just pick one player. I'm gonna pick my man. I've loved him the day they got him. It was OG Anunoby.
Solid.
Star of the week. Love that guy. I mean, I feel like he was a tipping point in that series, aside from Brunson.
Tipping, no pun intended.
No, very much a pun intended.
Dave, when I was in the city, there was 2 guys selling T-shirts with the. Dave just left.
No, he's there. Okay,
Dave's back. Can you hear me, Dave?
Yeah, sorry about that.
There were 2 guys selling T-shirts with a picture of the tip on it. Outside the garden, and I was like, this is sick. He's like, yeah, we don't do this. We just got drunk the other night and made these T-shirts, and now we're trying to sell them outside.
Hell yeah.
That was the fucking energy around MSG on Saturday morning.
Awesome.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Brendan, yes, who's your star of the week?
Yeah. So I got a couple. I got a couple. And I think you're going to be surprised when I say that none of them are current roster players.
Oh, okay.
My stars of the week are going to be, I wrote them down here, Dante DiVincenzo, Isaiah Hartenstein, RJ Barrett, Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quigley, Trey Burke, Ron Baker, Lance Thomas, Derrick Rose, Kenyon Martin, J.R. Smith, Steve Novak, Carmelo Anthony, Tyson Chandler, Amari fucking Stoudemire,
Jeremy Lin,
David Lee, Eddie Curry, Stephon Marbury, Rick Brunson,
Marcus Camby.
Marcus Camby is on there, Latrell
Allen
Sprewell,
Houston.
Allen Houston, Chris Childs, Larry Johnson, John Starks, Charles Oakley, fucking Ronaldo
Anthony
Blackman,
Mason.
Anthony Mason, Doc Rivers,
Pat
Monty
Ewing.
Williams, Patrick fucking Ewing. And my number one star of the week, the star above all stars, Al Troutwig. Because boy, would he have loved to see this.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
All of these guys are my stars of the week because when this team was nowhere, going nowhere, they came here. They wanted to be here. They wanted to win for us. And they played the best basketball they could possibly fucking play in the worst possible conditions for us. And they got booed. And they saw fans with bags on their head. And they stayed. They're my stars of the week. This championship is for all of them.
Well put.
Yeah, that was awesome. Brendan's on one today, folks.
I am. I had a lot of Coke Zero
It's like
today.
the king and I right there, bro. etc.
My star of the week, this is probably obvious at this point, Jalen Brunson. This guy is number 11. We're gonna have another number 11 in the rafters.
Beauty.
Hell yeah.
One of the greatest NBA Finals performances in history. His name's up there with Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. Like, he is cemented with the strangest career you could possibly have. Completely unlikely. He's one of the best NBA champions of all time, and he's a Knick. And I found some shirts that's New York, half Rangers font, half Knicks font, 11, one with each.
Love it.
I might have to get that. That's the banner that could be raised as well.
What does it say on the back? It should just
Brunson
say
burner.
It should just say the captain on the back. Is what it should.
Say. But yeah, I mean, Jalen Brunson, like, this guy is awesome. Like, just watching him play. And listen, I had a little bit of a soul searching moment this week where a coworker and I were talking, and he started ragging on Brunson that he's a flopper. And I'm like, he's not really a flopper. He's very good at drawing penalties. And this is a concept that doesn't exist outside of hockey. Because if you try to get someone to commit a penalty against you in hockey, that's good. You're doing the right thing. In basketball, apparently you're a flopper. You're hunting for penalties, whatever. Drawing penalties, drawing fouls is not honorable. I don't believe that. Jalen Brunson, he's too smart to not make you foul him.
Yeah, we've talked about
that's part of the game.
There's a difference between being a fouler and trying to draw the N1.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, listen, I saw a couple of YouTube videos that are pretty embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. Some big flops. Who hasn't flopped? Okay, whatever. He just knows exactly what to do to get the N1. Because he still makes those shots. And he's not SGA status where he's pretending he was fouled. He gets fouled. He's putting himself in a position to be fouled.
Right.
So I just want to say that real quick. But yeah, Brunson's my star of the week. He's all-time Knick, all-time NBA. Fraud of the week, David. Who do you got?
All right. This is me and my wife were at VinylCon in Industry City on Saturday, and there was this rude mother short fuck in a Jalen Brunson Villanova jersey. This old white
Poser.
fuck. Bro, just like, so this place is crowded, and you have crate on crate on crate next to each other and double, crate in front and then a crate behind, right? Everybody's pretty much orderly, especially people 40 and under. Seem pretty orderly considering the fact people would line up behind me, and then when I'd get done with that row and move to the next one, they would pop in my spot, whatever. This guy just would put his records like 1 and 2 spots over on 2 different crates while he's looking, and like right in front of where my wife was gonna look, and she looked at me, she said, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "I got this." So I kind of just pushed into his arm because he was like this, like taking up fucking 3 crates worth of fucking vinyls, just looking through his shit. And I go, "Boo!" I didn't even say nothing. I just started looking, and he's, "Oh!" And then he took his stuff and moved it over. And dude, everywhere we went, this thing was huge. Go around the other side, he would be like right there. And I'm like, this motherfucker. So I just kept fouling him on the arm, and nothing. I was like, you fucking, until I made him move. I would make him move away from me because he was just being an asshole, especially to my wife. My wife's 4'11". She's not even 5 foot. And you're even, this guy's almost, he's kind of short too. He wasn't a king, no, but yeah, no, he was just being really piggish with his record looking, So, and he smelled bad, which actually a lot of people smell bad there, as you can imagine, at a crate digging fucking vinyl fest
in Brooklyn.
Use your imagination, people.
Everyone hates a piggish record looker.
Yeah, bro. Like I would ask people, "Hey, are you looking here?" "Oh, no problem. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just standing here." "Yeah, no worries. Thank you." That's all it takes. Just a little niceties, little thoughtfulness. Brendan, who's your fraud of the week?
For some reason, as you're describing this guy, all I could think about is that old guy who does with the Costco chicken T-shirt, where he's got like, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about? He's the guy who's always always complaining about the prices of the Costco rotisserie chickens on Instagram. He's this like little old New Yorker with like a horseshoe, like a long horseshoe haircut and a mustache. That's who I'm envisioning. Well, as you're telling me this story.
Oh wait, and I met fucking John Voight's lookalike in that little fucking German place. He's not a fraud. This guy, well, he kept talking to me. But yo, tell me this guy doesn't look like John Voight.
Oh, you took a picture of him?
Oh God, that's a terrible.
From what I can see, this guy looks exactly like John Voight.
Right? Yeah. I think he was hitting on my mom.
It looks like John Voight's dad had an affair somewhere in South America.
He's 69 years old, this guy. He's giving us his life story.
What's crazy is he's way younger than John Voight and still looks exactly like him.
I was like, yeah, you look for your age.
You look for your age. That's good. All right, Brendan, who's your fraud?
My fraud. I think you guys think you know where I'm going with this, but you're wrong.
Take us down the road.
My fraud of the week is actually me.
Again?
I am again.
This is like 10 weeks in a row now.
I know. Here's why I'm the fraud of the week. I was at MSG. I was in the MSG shop. And
the Wailing Wall, yeah.
I got a new jersey. I got a cat jersey.
Yeah.
And with the finals patch. And then I wanted a new hat. So I got this hat, the Swish and Edition
Walt Frazier.
Or Frazier hat. But this isn't the only Walt hat they have there, right? So I was holding 2 hats in front of me. The Swish and Edition hat that I'm currently wearing and the Styling and Profiling hat.
Oh.
And I looked at them both and I said, you know what? I'm going to go with Swish and Edition. Buy the hat. I put it on. I go home, doing some errands, put on the pregame, and there's Walt on TV wearing the Styling and Profiling hat.
Yep.
I'm a fucking fraud. I'm a fucking fraud.
The problem is you didn't get both.
I
Yes.
should have.
All right. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry for your loss there, Brendan.
Thank you. Thank you.
My fraud of the week, I didn't think about too much. My fraud of the week is
this guy who does frames near me?
no. Mitch Marner.
Yeah.
Bring it back to hockey.
Good one. Good one.
I am a fan of anybody who wants to get out of Toronto. I am a fan of anybody who has problems with the city or the media there. I mean, Toronto is a pretty problematic place.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of anybody who survives Mike Babcock psychologically abusing them. Forcing them to make a hot or not list, as you said last episode, Brendan. And I'm a fan of anybody who has an amazing playoff run with their new team. However, he lost to the Carolina Hurricanes, and that
fucking fraud
is something I cannot be a fucking fan of. What a bum. No, I'm kidding. My heart goes out to him because I don't see this was his shot. I don't see Vegas really doing this again. So Mitch Marner, because you made a short-sighted decision that probably out of desperation, frankly, you're the fraud. And unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
I don't want to make you the fraud. You just put yourself in that position.
Right. You frauded yourself.
You frauded yourself. All right. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you all for listening. Remember, visit the website, rangerthingspodcast.com. Sign up for the Wolf Pack, patreon.com/rangerthingspodcast. Follow us on Twitter, rangerthings23. Send us an email, contact@rangerthingspodcast.com for exclusive merch, rangerssuck.shop. I think we have to come up with a Knicks shirt.
Yeah, we got to get some Knicks gear going.
I'm trying to cycle through some ideas here.
Yeah.
I
think we should capitalize on this anti-Wemby. The anti-Wemby. I feel like we can make a lot of scuttles. We get a couple of really funny Wemby shirts going.
Yeah, we'll brainstorm some in the group chat there. Rangersuck.shop. For Dave Pacheco.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Brendan Lyons.
Good luck, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Carlo Montagnino. See you all next week.